All right, question 16 has to do with inequalities. It says, what inequality represents this picture? First thing to look at is that circle is closed. So remember, open circle versus closed circle, super important. Closed circle means your answer could equal -4. So when you're looking at your answer options, that means it's going to have that little symbol right underneath that means or equal to. So greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to. So that means A and B already cannot be our answer. Next thing to look at is which way our arrow is pointing. So that's right now showing us that all of our x's, or all of our answers, should be greater than or equal to -4. That being said, if I look at what I just wrote right here, that would normally be, well, x is greater than or equal to -4. The issue is it is backwards on our answer options here. Notice our variable is on the right-hand side. So we have to actually flip our -4 and our x. But when we do that, make sure you flip your sign as well. So our correct answer here should have been letter D. One day the low temperature in Minneapolis, Minnesota was 5 degrees below zero, and the high temperature was 2 degrees above zero. Which of the following correctly compares these two temperatures? So we have 5 degrees below zero can be represented as -5, and then 2 degrees above zero is just +2. When you compare those two numbers, 2 is definitely greater than -5, so my symbol should have read -5 is less than +2. The correct answer here should have been letter D. So this was really a two-step problem. One step, writing the correct integer. Step 2, using the correct inequality. All right, next one said which is equivalent. So that right there says the absolute value of -30. Absolute value is just a number's distance from zero. It should give you a positive number because we are talking about distance. So the absolute value of -30 is just 30 because -30 is 30 units away from zero on a number line. All right, last but not least, we are comparing two absolute values using inequalities. So first thing, we have to go through our different answer options and figure out what they are actually comparing. This first one says the absolute value of -10, which is 10, is greater than the absolute value of 7, which is just 7. So 10 is greater than 7? Yeah, that's a true statement. Let's keep going and show why the rest are false. The absolute value of -8, which is 8, is less than the absolute value of -2, which is +2. 8 is less than 2? No, not at all. Next one, absolute value of 5, which is 5, is less than the absolute value of -1. Absolute value of -1 is +1. 5 is less than 1? No, false statement. Last one, absolute value of -4, which is 4, is greater than the absolute value of -6, which is 6. 4 is greater than 6. No, that is not true. A was your true statement.